Hello, good day, guys. Welcome once again to the top dollar analysis. Every Sunday, trying to keep it up. All right. So last week, those of you who watched my uh, breakdown last week, right? Um, I basically broke down about three trades: Euro USD, GBP USD, and Euro AUD. We made money on Euro USD, GBP USD. However, Euro AUD fluctuated a lot. We didn't get capitalize on that, right? So yeah, on to this week. So one losing trade last week and two winning trades, right? This week we're going through right now two pairs, USDJPY, right, and also GBP USD, another trade on GBP USD. All right, so let's start with the weekly time frame. All right, so we're on the weekly time frame here. And usually what we do is mark out the market structure to determine whether the market is bearish or bullish, right? So from here, we can tell that the market was bullish, right? Market was bullish until this break of structure here, right? Market became bearish when price moved this level. All right, so market is still bearish. Reason the market is still bearish here. Some of you might think, hey, well, it looks like price is moving up, but really and truly, the market is still bearish. Reason being is look at this lower high and lower low, this level and that level, right, was not violated. So basically, the price did not go below this level. If it actually went below this level, that would be okay because it would still be in a bearish, clearly in a bearish. However, to the higher low, as you can see, price didn't come up to break this, which means that you don't need to worry about price this turning into a bullish trend because price never came up with this. If price came up and broke this, right, then it would be in a bullish trend after this on price break this and that. But the price came and uh, maintain itself between these two levels, right, which is the higher low and the lower low. Right, so all this we see here is just structure. That is just internal structure, right? So now that we know the weekly is bearish, what we're gonna do? Basically, we're trying to target sells because we know the larger time frames that the market is bearish, right? We need to confirm that. How we're gonna confirm that is by doing the full top-down analysis, right? Now the thing with this USDJPY, as you can see, these levels are marked up here, are key levels, areas of interest, right? And I didn't just take lines and just put them up. A lot of thought went into this, and there's a special way that this have to be drawn, right? So if you all would like to learn how to do this and learn how to drop your charts like the way I do, feel free to click the link in my description and go to my Telegram channel where you can learn a lot more about trading. If there's any new brand traders now looking to go into trading, there's a course in the channel as well. for beginners, right? So you can do from literally from scratch, right? And then you can take it there. Mind you, this trading is not overnight success. Years and years of trading would make you profitable, right? Some people get it. Some people make profits like within a year, right? But it's actually a lot to learn and a lot to study, so it takes a while. Takes a while. It took me about 5 years, almost 5 years, to actually learn this properly and learn. Well, I wouldn't say everything, but most of it and understand. Because learning and understand is two different things, right? You can learn something, but you don't necessarily would understand it, right? So, all right. So back to the charts. So yeah, if you want to learn more trading, feel free to click my Telegram channel. Um, it's a free course there. You all can check it out, right? I also post like my trading ideas and when I take a trade. Sometimes exactly when I'm going to take a trade, entries, stop loss, and take profits as well, right? All right, so back to the charts. So we know we have a bearish weekly structure. However, as we can see, based on our area of interest, the different areas of interest and price, we could see that the past patterns actually shows us that price rejected from this area, as we could see. Huge volume, right? In these three different places. Huge volume push to the upside, huge volume push to the upside, huge volume push to the upside. However, on this occasion, look at what happened. We didn't necessarily get that huge push to the upside, right? And this is a weekly time frame. So this is very strong. As you can see, that huge rejection here. And we have another huge rejection. Huge pin, huge bearish candle. And another huge bearish candle. So what is this telling me? This is telling me that the market, the buyers is exhausted, the buying pressure is exhausted, and now the sellers are stepping in to take the market lower. All right, and the market have been lower. As you can see, the market have been lower. So we have a lot of information, a lot of levels that we follow once we break this structure. Right? So once we continue this trend. So as we go through the TD, I'll show you how we can actually take a trade to catch this movement, right? So now we go into the daily because we're doing a TDE, which is a top-down analysis, which means it is a total top-down analysis of this pair from higher time frames, so lower time frames, right? All right, so the daily time frame is a little different. We know the weekly time frame is definitely bearish. So now let's go to the weekly time. The weekly time frame is bearish. Sorry, let's go to the daily time frame, right? So we see from here is that the market turned bullish here, right? Market turned bullish here. And this structure we see in here is actually the pin bar on the structure, right? So the market turned bearish here after it broke this structure right here, right? Then continued bearish, however, here we went back bullish, okay? Because we broke this structure. Bullish, continued bullish, continued bullish, continued bullish, continued bullish, then bearish, right? And the reason why is we turned bearish because we broke this low over here, right here. Right, so we broke this higher low because this side of the market was bullish, and then we came back right? So yeah. So now we're creating lower lows and lower highs. So how are we gonna take a trade to capitalize on this move, on this bearish push, right? How are we gonna do that? So as you could see, I drew this already, so I could grab this and put this here, right? So now let me show you a little trick. All right, so this is the exact same structure that's here. You also need to return. All right. So in order to catch a trade to go to the downside, what we need is to catch a trade on a lower high, right? And by a lower high, I mean usually markets going down, you will get lower lows, lower high, right? So the ideal point to catch a trade would be on the lower high, where we get the full move to the downside. You don't want to catch a trade to the lower low, because then when the markets retrace, you're gonna be in pressure because you're gonna be drawn on one. You might even get taken out and your account might even be blown, right? So you want the highest probability. Basically the highest probability is taking a trade on the higher low if you're in a bearish market, right? That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to take a trade right on the higher low to get the push to go low. That's what we're looking at, right? So as you can see, this is the exact same structure here. What we're noticing is that there is a pattern that is looked for, a really nice pattern for the head and shoulders pattern. Right? So this head and shoulders pattern is clear. So that, yeah, head and shoulders pattern is clear. Flat, right? Yeah, head and shoulders pattern is clear. So now, usually when we trade a head and shoulders pattern, we look for a retest of the neckline, which price is actually up right now. So we already get those confluences. What is the next step? Next step is to take a short position right here. Stop loss above the previous low, target the next level of support, right? Again, if you don't know what I'm saying or what if you don't understand what I'm saying, you could check my Telegram channel. There's a starter course there where everybody could join, everybody could learn from a starter course so you could understand exactly the different terms of trading and what I put. Right? So now we know that's what we're gonna do. Right? Let's go down to the smaller time frames. Right? So we know that we bearish on the weekly and we bearish on the daily. That's how we bearish on the 4. See? Right? So let's see, we put a share, then we want bearish share, and we bearish share. Now if you notice, this pattern is also a head and shoulders pattern here. You can see, right? Also head and shoulders pattern here. We are actually at the neckline. And so we're looking to take a trade really soon on this, right? So yeah, the forward is also bearish. And let's go on to the color. This is what we're looking at on the time frame. Right, so this is actually the neckline of the head and shoulder here. And we can see that price already made its way to the neckline and we had a rejection. These two candles here is a really strong rejection, right? And now we're waiting for price to retest, right, which we already had. Push to the downside with a bearish engulfing, which we are kind of getting here, but I'm not convinced as so. We're gonna wait till the market is open. Usually when the market opens on a Sunday, we will get a gap. Most likely the gap would be to the upside and then get a push to the upside. Okay, so again, join the Telegram channel. Once you join the Telegram channel, I'll tell you exactly when I make the entry and you can trade and catch this move, right? So this is not the full strategy. If you all would like to learn the full strategy, will be out very soon on my Telegram channel. Once again, don't hesitate to join. Check it out. There's a free course there for beginners. All right. And I'm running out of time. So guys, that'll be all for today. Enjoy the rest of the day. If you want more updates and more top-down analysis, you can check my Telegram. All right. Have a good day, guys. Bye.